Welcome in, race fans, to another round of Friday night action at the ATC Truck Series. Tonight we're rolling into the Bluegrass State. It's race 8 of 12, coming to you live from Kentucky Speedway for 90 laps, side-by-side truck racing. Season is charging into the home stretch, and the battle for the championship is heating up. Bryson Daffern continues to lead the way. 6 starts, 2 wins, 5 top 5s. Proving once again he's the man to beat. But right on his heels is Mitchell Williams, just 9 points back, showing unmatched consistency week after week. Joshua Altice moves up to 3rd after a strong run in Texas, carrying 2 wins and momentum into tonight's event. Behind them, you got Jordan Tross holds on to 4th, still within striking distance after a solid start to season, with Matthew Williams rounds out the top 5 with 4 top 5 finishes in 6 starts, staying well in the mix for the championship push. Kentucky's 1.5 mile tri-oval offers plenty of racing grooves, but track position and tire management will be key. Expect bold moves in turn 3, intense pack racing off the restart zone, and strategy calls that could turn the tides before the checkered flag. So tonight, like I said, it's race 8 of 12. It's the Bluegrass 90 from Kentucky Speedway. You're watching the ATC Truck Series live on the ATC YouTube channel. Sit back, strap in, and let's go racing. We will be back right after this. It would help if I had everything unmuted. Well, let's see. There, good there. All right, we've got everything situated here. Like I say, I believe these guys are out qualifying right now. So once they get all of that completed, they'll get their spots placed, and then we'll run through the lineup. For those of you that are in the stands, if you could, be sure to hit that like, hit the subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified next time we go live. We're in Kentucky this week. Oops. Kentucky. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Helps look at the right schedule, Brazen. All right, we are in Kentucky tonight. Correction, it's not 90 laps. I said 90 in the intro. It is 100 laps tonight. We got Talladega next week. Then we're off for the week of Thanksgiving. Then we've got Bristol, Charlotte, and Phoenix. All right, that looks like it's going to be it. Maybe. Maybe. Nope, we got some more going right now. There we go. Looks like we still got another 4 minutes to go on qualifying. He's gonna reset, try again. So we're gonna move things through here. Tony McDaniel out there qualifying right at this moment. We saw Melissa Dyer in the pits. Not sure if they were going to come out and qualify or not. Get a little loose, get into the wall. Get a little loose, get into the wall, try and give it its all. All right. I'm hearing now that there's 110 laps. So apparently I am completely not anywhere near close to informed. My apologies on that. I guess we'll see what it actually says once qualifying is complete. We've got about a minute and a half left in qualifying, so I'm not sure if anybody else is going to go out. Looks like we have 3 of them that have not qualified yet. Otherwise, everybody else has qualified. So we are going to get this kicked off here in a little bit. I thought I was going to be late. Turns out I was actually on a decent time frame. So once this gets populated, we can figure out where everybody's going to get situated. I have numbers of who's got what. Right now, it looks like Dustin Germain's got the pole. Not sure. I mean, we can run through this. So we got Dustin Germain in the 25 is going to be starting on the pole. We've got Abram Ghostin in the 22. We'll be starting on the outside in second. Patrick Camburn will be starting in third place in the 48. Jordan Tross will be starting in fourth place in the 79. Mitchell Williams in the 54 will be starting fifth place. Zachary Peterson will be starting sixth place in that 96. Bryson Daffern is going to be starting in seventh place in that 218. Jerry West is going to start eighth place tonight in the 01 truck. And my screen just got reset on me. 1 second. All right. Joe Spinelli is going to start ninth in the 86. Tom Ringer is going to start 10th in that 68. Joshua Altiste will be in 11th in that 94. Sean Timoty will start 12th tonight in the 11. Justin Frazier in the 27 will be starting in 13th place. Tony McDaniel will, in the number 3 will be starting in 14th. Eric Dillingham in the 971 truck will be starting 15th place. Sean Diani will be starting in 16th. David Brisicki in the 92 will be starting 17th place. Thaddeus Friel will be starting in 18th place in that 8 truck tonight. The 045 of Brent Thompson will be starting in 19th place tonight. Zach Mullen will be in the 49 truck, starting in 20th place. Todd Parent in the 69 will be starting 21st. Melissa Dyer in the 38 will be starting 22nd. And Richard Young in the 022 will round out the 23 trucks tonight. So, it looks like they are, whoops, wrong button. It looks like they are out. Let's get in here as they get lined up, ready to go. I'm going to go on the back stretch here. See, what is it saying? It is saying 110 laps for us tonight. Pace car will drop down. You're going to come up here into the starting section, and we're going to kick this race off. Green, 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 and we are officially live. 110 laps to go. We are going. We got Dustin Germain out front right now, getting that nice jump, getting a little bit of gap in front of him in second place. You got Patrick Camburn in that 48 on the inside there. Looks like we're going 3 wide already. Going into that corner there, they're separating out a little bit. Dustin's going to maintain that front spot. With the 22 of Abram Gostin, he's going to get right up there behind him. He's going to make a look to the inside, going to try and get around. They are 3 wide for 5th place right there, and that's going to move some people around. Apologize, I don't know the truck colors and numbers yet. I'm still learning. We got 3 wide for 2nd. Oh, never mind, they're going to fall back. They're going to fall back. Let's see if I can get in on these views here. So we got the 25 of Dustin Germain in front, currently with a 0.3 gap in front of Abram Gostin, who is right there. Battling for 2nd with Mitchell Williams. Mitchell Williams right there in that 54 truck, going to the inside, trying to make his way around and challenge Abram for the 2nd place. Behind him, you got Bryson Daffern. Bryson's been doing some racing and winning and stuff going on in here. He's got some points this season. Patrick Camburn is going to be behind him in 5th place. And him in the 48 Sirius XM truck. Moving on back, we got Zachary Peterson in that 96 Godhead truck. Jordan Trass in that 79 is going to be right there in your 7th place. Joe Spinelli is going to be in your 86 truck tonight. Currently running in 8th place. Then you got Jerry West in the 01. Joshua Altice going to work the inside around him, though, coming into this corner. Joshua is going to get a little bit of a run. He's going to break up. That is going to cause Melissa right here to brake check a little bit, slow down, step back. She's currently running 11th place in that 38 truck. Then you got Justin Frazier right here in that 27 Dickies truck. He is currently sitting in 12th spot. You got Eric Dillingham in the 13th spot in that 971. Then you got Dave Bersicki, currently running 14th place in that Pittsburgh Dad truck. Tony McDaniel right here in that number 3. Currently running in 15th place. Thaddeus behind him in 16th. This is the 8 truck. Although I don't see an 8. Oh, I kind of see it now. I don't know. I think I see an 8 in the dots. If you squint real hard and turn your head to the right, you might be able to see an 8 on that. And moving back, you got the 045 and the 49. So the 49 is Zach Mullen going to take that 17th spot away. The 045 of Brent Thompson on the outside. He's going to get passed now by Tom Ringer in that 68. Moving back here in the 30 of Sean Diani. He's currently in 20th spot, and Sean Timoty is going to round out the 21st spot. So apparently 2 of the trucks that were in here during practices have dropped out. So we are down to 21 trucks currently. Meanwhile, moving up here, Dustin Germain is still in the lead, but that gap has shrunk. It is now down to a 1.6. So we will pop out a little bit so we can see a better view of where everybody is currently at. As you can see, he is out there in the front, but still holding on. As they get some separation, they'll work single file. Then the only challenges you'll see will be when somebody gets up close and tries to take a spot away. So as we watch there, we've got Mitchell Williams trying to work his way on the inside there. Going to get around Abram Ghostin. 219 of Bryson Daffern is going to try and follow right along and walk right past. Also, not going to get it, so he's going to fall back into fourth place, but then he's going to try and drop back down and work his way, work some magic on the inside, and try and get that third place away from Ghostin. Meanwhile, Dustin is growing that gap again. Bryson's got that gap now up to about a 0.4. Mitchell Williams is going to be in second. Bryson Daffern and Abram Ghostin are out there battling for third and fourth. Patrick Camburn says, "Don't forget about me. I'm in this group too." Bryson's going to take third. Patrick's going to take fourth. Jordan's going to move up into fifth. And Abram's going to fall back to sixth now. Currently riding along with Patrick Camburn. Why don't we go ahead and hop on the nose of his truck? That's not the nose. That is not the nose that I was looking for. It is the nose, not the camera I was expecting. How about we go to this camera? This camera's a little better. Not much, but a little better. You can see the gap that is currently in front of him. If we go this way, we can see what is behind him. There we see Jordan starting to make his way up, trying to catch up, close that gap. Gonna make a move to the inside and gonna try and push his way around this time around in this corner. There we see Jordan making it around to the inside. Let's go ahead and pop back out here. See Bryson up here making a... That is not Bryson. Bryson's back there. See Mitchell Williams getting around Dustin German for that first spot. So Mitchell making up quite some time, because that was a 3 second or almost a 0.4 second gap, 0.4. He's managed to close that gap. Not only close it, but get around and get in front. And now he is starting to grow that gap. Now between Dustin and Jordan, there's about a second gap between those two. So right now you're seeing that gap. We move to this one. Depending on the camera angle that we see, you may see the gap behind. There you can see that gap there just ever so briefly. Moving on back, it looks like right here is our next challenge. This is your battle for 8th. Jordan Altice is going to move to the inside of Zachary Peterson, trying to challenge for that 8th position, like we said. Going to get around that corner. He's going to fall back behind there. Not quite enough to get around this time around. Squeeze his nose down to the inside, trying to push him up. That's going to push Zachary up to the wall. It looked like Zachary might have touched the wall a little bit there, very, very briefly. So moving on back, here's the battle now for 9th. Jerry West has now moved into position to try and make a challenge for that spot. Move up here, we see Patrick trying to work the outside of Bryson. He's going to fall back. See what happens here. It looks like he's getting nice and up and tight there to Bryson. Unfortunately, he fell back that time around, but he's making a nice run on the back stretch. Going to pop to the lower side, and he's going to work his way in and around. Bryson says, nope. Not going to do it right now. Manages to get some grip and take off in front of him and put a gap back there again. Not only did Bryson say nope, but he also said nope and then took off. And now Bryson is 0.5, it looks like. 0.5 in front of Mr. Patrick Camburn. We're back to Abram here. Our biggest mover so far looks like Actually, it does look like it's that man right there going down 6 positions right now. I take that back. Melissa Dyer back here. Currently running in 13th, started 21st. That makes her up 8 spots right now. So that is your biggest mover right there in that 38 truck. Looking through the list here, looks like our battle right here. For 6th place, you got Joshua Altice battling Joe Spinelli. They're staying side by side. Spinelli going to get slight lead in front of him. Going to go back in front for this time around. I'm sure we will see that challenge again. If not this corner, definitely in the next corner. We see him trying to get his nose in there around this corner. As they go around the backs, go to the back stretch. See him getting just a little wobbly on that corner. And he's going to drop to the inside and try and maintain a decent grip so he can try and get in front. Wasn't quite enough. Spinelli is going to hold on to the outside and going to get credit for that spot on that lap. Moving on through the pack here. Let's see, we've got right here, Bryson and Patrick. They're battling still for that 4th position. Patrick gonna work his way to the inside, trying to get around Bryson. Not sure if it was officially scored that way, but it looked like Patrick may have gotten credit for that lap in 4th position. Now he's gonna drop back. He's gonna go back behind Bryson and try and get some momentum back. Of course, he's going way out wide, so that's going to open up the opportunity for the 94 Joshua Altice to come up in here and say, hey, I would like to be a part of this party that you are partaking in. Patrick again going to try and make a move to the inside. Not going to be enough. Looks like Joshua might make a, depending on what happens this next lap around. But Joshua's going to fall in behind. Somewhat. There goes Patrick to the inside. Joshua Altice is going to try and follow through, try and help push him around. Joshua going to drop to the inside. They're going to make it 3 wide this corner. Ooh, got a little loose there. Manages to hold on. Joshua Altice is going to move in front of Bryson. Ooh, not sure what happened there, but he kicked way down. All right, we got another battle right here between Justin Frazier and Abram Ghostin. Justin Frazier gonna take that spot away, and that is gonna put him in 8th place. Abram is gonna drop another spot into 9th, and Eric Dillingham is gonna be rounding out your top 10. So we got guys coming into the pits already. We got 30 laps in. Got to look to see how many tires they have tonight. If you want to give me just 1 second, I can get that information for you. There we go. All right, so all right, so we've got some guys going into the pits now. Got some more guys going into the pits. We got other guys coming back out. And depending on how that shuffles, looks like we got Dave Bersicki. He's going to stay out there, and he's going to move up 16 spots to that 1st place spot right now. Just heard that he will be pitting this time around, so these guys all work their way into the pits. Looks like maybe looks like Melissa's gonna go into the pits. Gonna shuffle things around some more. And when we come out to the other side, that man right there, the 01 of Jerry West, is gonna be your lead. See, these guys are getting pretty separated out now, but it looks like there's a little bit of a battle right here between Justin Frazier and Joshua Altice. This is your battle for 8th place right now. Joshua's going to get his truck down on the inside there. He's going to push Justin. Blah, 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 blah. Going to push Justin up the field a little bit, and that's going to open the door, let him get in and around. But Justin says, hold on a minute. I'm just getting these tires warmed back up. Give me a moment. Back up here, we got Mitchell Williams up here battling for second place right now with Jordan Tross. Trying to stick his nose to the inside and try and push Jordan up just a little bit to give him slight advantage, but it looks like Jordan's going to hold on nicely and he's going to come back down and potentially close that door for it. This is your battle right here for second place between Mitchell Williams and Jordan Tross. Mitchell Williams going to make his way around to the inside, but Jordan says, wait a minute, we're not just doing that like this. Hold on, let me come back. Let me hold on, wait a minute. Let me come back, rewind, and show you how this is done. Looking out here through the rest of the track, it looks like we do have a little bit of battle right there. That is your battle for 17th between Sean Diani and Tony McDaniel. Moving up here, we got Jerry West and Mitchell Williams battling for first now. Mitchell's managed to move his way up and through the pack. And he is now going to take that lead away from Jerry West. I apologize. He's going to take that lead away from Jerry West. That's going to put Jordan Tross right there in third place. And just like that, we are 50 laps in. We got Jordan moving to the inside of Jerry West. That's going to put Jerry into third place. It's not what Jerry wanted to be seeing right now. I'm sure he was hoping that his tires would last him just a little bit longer to try and hold these guys off, and then they could fade back evenly. As we go through here, we got Mitchell Williams currently in the lead with about a second gap in front of Jordan Tross. Jordan Tross is in second place with Jerry West behind him in third. Dustin Germain is going to be rounded up in your fourth place tonight with Joshua Altice sitting here in fifth. You got Joe Spinelli right behind him in sixth place. Seventh place goes to Zachary Peterson. Eighth place is currently running the number 48 of Patrick Camburn. Justin Frazier, we were just watching that battle between those two. Justin Frazier coming in at ninth place right now. And Bryson Daffern, he's going to round out your top 10. Way these guys are battling, I didn't want to go away from it at the moment, so we're going to hold on and see what comes out. All right, so out here in front, you got Mitchell Williams in the lead. We are 56 laps in. You got Mitchell Williams here in the lead. Jordan Tross is going to be second place. Just Dustin German is going to be running in third. Moving back, you got Jerry West, Justin Altice, and Joe Spinelli. That's going to be your 4, 5, and 6. And you got Patrick Camburn currently in 7th place with Zachary Peterson running in 8th. Justin Fields is going to be running in 9th place, sorry. And Bryson Daffern is going to again be in 10th spot. So you got Abram Ghostin back here in 11th. Moving back, we got Zach Mullen running in 12th place with Tom Ringer out there and Eric Dillingham behind him. Thaddeus Free is going to be right there in that group also. Dave Brasecki got something, and Sean Diani right there is a battle for 16th spot. These guys staying pretty consistent. Right now, Zach is right there in the 12th spot, running around in the 49 truck. Everybody getting kind of settled in to single file, and gaps are starting to form. Looks like there's a slight battle right here, but that little tag to the wall is not going to help his case at all. I'm just trying to see who we got. We got battle right here, Justin Frazier and Zachary Peterson. Justin trying to make his way up there and make it in. Goes outside, and he'll probably drop down here quick and try and get his nose in there. There we see Jordan moving up a little bit more, trying to get up onto Zachary. He's going to get his nose down to the inside there that time, but not quite enough to get in that squeeze. So as they move their way around, I'm sure we'll see another push to try and get to the inside here. Zach is going to make that push into the inside. He's going to get in and around. There we go. I'm sorry, Justin. Sorry, Justin making that push to the inside. Now we got Zach getting in behind him, making a push. How are you doing out there in the crowd? How's everybody doing? Hope you're enjoying the race so far. Looks like we got a couple of guys going into pits again. We have 46 laps to go. Pit strategies may become a factor now since we've been going green this entire time. Nobody has had any issues. Nobody's got any cautions. Oh, it does look like Abram may be getting a penalty for the pit. That's not what he wanted to do, I'm sure. In the meantime, we move up here. Mitchell Williams out there in front, not only in front, but way in front. He has got a 3.7 second gap between him and the second place of Jordan Tross. Jordan run back here. Then you got about a 0.85 to get to Dustin. You got another second and a half to get to Jerry. Another second to get to Joe or Joshua. Another 2.5 to get back here to Joe. Then you start getting a little closer right here with Patrick. Patrick's gap's currently about a 0.27. 2.7. He's gonna push that inside this time around. Patrick coming up, tagging that wall again. Apparently nobody has told him that outside is not candy and marshmallows. See him kind of catching the wall there again. He's trying to work his way around Joe. This right here is your battle for 6th place. Patrick trying to get that spot. He's starting to work the outside now. There we just saw Justin take the wall hard on that coming out of that corner. Right here is your battle for 15th place. You got Sean Diani gonna push his way up and around Zach Mullen. But that's Zach says, "Hold on a second, I'm not finished here. Don't count me out." And try and put his nose down on the inside. Not gonna work out for him in that corner. Sean apparently has decided that now is the time to start pushing his way and moving up front if he can. You see him battling it out. Battling it out with Thaddeus in that number 8 truck. Sean's still battling there with that number 8. We have 35 laps to go, 75 down. Sean's going to settle down a little bit and back off just a touch, while Mitchell Williams continues to maintain that huge lead of, it's now up to 4 seconds. Oop, don't know who that was, just bounced down to the inside there. Looked like the number 11. Looks like he's having some steering issues. Guessing he tagged the wall at some point that we missed. See them coming in. Not sure if there was an incident with that caused that, but we'll try and take a look-see and see what happens here. Let's go ahead and take a rewind. Let's see what happened here. So we do know it was this truck that I believe caused this caution. There it is. There's where he was tagging. Didn't stop, so the yellow flag did not come out. Wasn't impeding the flow of traffic. This right here looks to be the busy section of the track. So we're going to go ahead and stop here for a moment. I have to go grab something, and I will be right back. So we'll keep her right here. Hopefully we don't miss anything. All right. See Patrick trying to work his way around the 96 Zachary Patterson. We still have some guys going into the pits yet. Here we see the dance. This is your dance right now for 7th place. See if Patrick's going to maintain, get around, move up. Meantime, we're up here. We've got Mitchell Williams back out in front again after a pit stop. Jerry West is going to be behind him in second. Joshua Altice is right there. That is your 3rd place right now. There's about a 7-second gap between 1st and 3rd. There we see Patrick trying to run down Bryson. I swear I can speak English, guys. I swear I can. You got Patrick trying to push that outside. They're gonna get close. Bryson's gonna drop back down to the inside. They're gonna maintain that side-by-side standing. Patrick is going to get that jump in front of him. Now he's just going to start making that gap grow. Does look like Bryson could get past. Could get passed by Justin Frazier. Anything is possible. Jordan Trask can move to the inside. He's going to take that spot away. Moving up here, we got a battle. We got a battle for fourth. Sorry, battle for fourth. Patrick's gonna take this away. Oh, that was close. That was so close. Now, we have 17 laps to go. There's currently a 3.8 gap between third and fourth place. So what are your guys' thoughts, chat? What are your thoughts? Can that gap be closed? Maybe if there's a caution. I mean, they've gone so far caution free. We got 14 laps to go. We had 110 when we started. Think his tires are cooked? Could be, could be. So why don't we go ahead and go through the list. See where everybody's at. We got 13 laps to go. Mitchell Williams is currently in your lead. He has a 6.9 gap in front of Jerry West right there. Jerry West is going to be your second place spot at the moment. Joshua Altice is going to be holding on to third. Jordan Trask is going to be right there in fourth. Patrick Camburn, he is going to be in fifth place right now. Joe Spinelli in his sixth spot. Bryson Daffern is going to be right there in your 218, sitting in seventh spot. Justin Frazier is going to be in eighth. Zachary Peterson is going to be right here in ninth, and Dustin Germain is going to round out your top 10. We've got 10 to go. 10 to go. Caution free so far tonight. Caution free. Like I say, our upcoming races, we've got Talladega next week, and then we will be off for Thanksgiving. Then we'll be right back in here on the 5th over at Bristol. And on the 12th, we'll be at Charlotte, and then we will round this thing out on the 19th with the Phoenix Dogleg. So that is what we've got there. I'm gonna go through here. We got Mitchell Williams still holding on. We got 8 laps to go. He's got about a 9-second gap. He's just kind of out there for a leisurely Sunday stroll now at this point, I believe. It's his race to lose at this point. Jerry West is going to be riding here in 2nd place with Joshua Altice right behind him. Moving back, you got Jordan Dross, followed up by Patrick Camburn. We got Joe Spinelli here in 6th, Bryson Dafford in 7th, Justin Frazier right there in 8th. Zachary Peterson. And we just saw Bryson kind of go high on that one. He lost some of his momentum. That gave the opportunity for Justin to jump up here and try and catch up, and Zachary was kind of falling right in line. So this time around, you're going to see Austin push to the inside. We'll see if he gets any help coming out of this corner. They're going to go through. I know they're going to go 2. Bryson's going to again drop down in front of these 2 and try and block them off so they can't get around him. See Justin making a move to the inside. No, that's not Justin. That is the 8. So that truck right there, that red and black one, that is actually lapped traffic that they're trying to work their way around right now. So that lap traffic is working out in the favor That is very true, Ryan. Very true. We've got 2 laps to go. Moving up here. You got Mitchell Williams with a 10-second gap. So it is definitely his race to lose right now. Joshua Altice is going to be back here in 2nd. Jerry West is going to be in 3rd. Jordan Tross is going to be 4th place at the very moment. Patrick Camburn is currently running in 5th. Joe Spinelli is currently running 6th. Bryson Daffern, he's back here in 7th. You got Justin Fields in 8th. Dustin Germain in 9th. Tom Ringer is going to round out your top 10. And moving back, you got Zach Peterson, Dave Bersicki, Dave Bersicki. I will get that name right one of these days. Eric Dillingham and Sean Diani. You got Zach Mullen back here in 15th spot. Thaddeus in 16th. Brent Thompson right here in 17th. Melissa is going to be right here in 18th. Abram is going to be in 19th. Tony McDaniels in 20th. And Sean Timoty is not out here. So, all right. That could have been interesting looking back at that there. And I missed it. Missed what I was trying to do. All right. But that is not where we want to be. We want to be right here. Peyton Lindley, welcome in. Christy, welcome in. Ryan, what's going on? All right. So now it comes to the point of the race where we're going to talk to the guys. See how it went for them, see how everything was going, how they feel now that the race is over. And with that being said, we will start here with third place right now. We got third place going to Jerry West. Jerry, do you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, bud. How you doing?
Not too bad. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm hanging on, man. It was rough out there. We were throwing Hail Marys all night. My arm's a little sore.
Well, we saw you up there. You were battling up there before Mitchell got up there and took over and just never looked back after he got up there. But you had second for a while and kind of fell back after that, and then Joshua managed to get into second, and he kind of took off. So you managed to hold on to third place, though. 21 trucks out there racing with you. Green flag racing the entire way. And you held on and got third place.
Yeah, it was tough, man. It started back in 8th or 9th or 10th or somewhere back there in the middle of the pack. And
you started back there in 8th.
Figured there'd be a caution or something. So we kind of took off, started the race a little slow. We don't get a whole lot of tires. So we had to, come up with see how many laps we can get on this first set.
Mm-hmm.
But thankfully it went green, and but that kind of put us behind because we had a lot of catching up to do because we didn't get a caution we were hoping for. So yeah, I mean, it was all in all, it was a good night. All I did was short pit, try to throw a Hail Mary, get out in front of some guys, make up some track position. And next thing you know, I was battling for, I was leading laps, and so I'm like, well, all right, well, this is different. And I believe if it wasn't for some other drivers may have made some mistakes, like on pit road and some other stuff. I don't know why I'm up here, man, be honest with you, but it worked out pretty good for us.
Well, and I guess, I'm looking at the lap counter, and it looks like you're at 35, Joshua's at 30, and Mitchell's at 29. So I'm going to guess that the 5 laps made a difference for them. That's how they're in front of you. But, I don't really,
yeah.
I don't really see much. I know pit strategies kind of mattered because it stayed green, so you had to time it. You had to make sure you got it right. And I know we saw a couple guys get some black flags on the pits, and unfortunately for them, that didn't help their evening out very well. But you maintained, got third place, and with that being said, is anybody like Is there anybody that you
Yeah.
would like to thank for your third place tonight?
Yeah, man. I mean, first off, all the guys that show up so that we can race together, man, appreciate you guys for coming out and racing. I know it ain't always the best or things happen out there, but glad to be here racing with these guys. ATC, all the admins over there that make this possible. Appreciate their work and all the work they do behind the scenes as well. That takes away from their family time or whatever. But yeah, man, that's about it. My teammates over at Smoke Show Racing, Dustin and Bryson, they didn't have such a good night tonight. I think Dustin was one that would have been ahead of me if he wouldn't have messed up on pit road. So, yeah, man, you guys for doing the broadcast out there and anybody that's out there watching.
All right. Well, couldn't have said it better myself. So, congratulations on P3 tonight. Even though you sound like you're shocked you're up here, congratulations on it
Yeah.
anyways. I mean, take the points and run.
Yeah, we'll move on to next week, man. Thanks. Go back and watch it later on. Appreciate you.
All righty. Have a good night.
All right. Thanks.
All right. So moving on up, we got this man right here, Mr. Josh Altice, getting second place tonight. Do you have a copy, sir?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Well, you battled your way through. You started 11th place, up 9 spots, finishing second. Mitchell had, once he got out in front, there was no looking back, and I don't think anybody really had anything for him. So on that note, holding on to second, can't be too disappointed in that.
Oh no, I'm giddy for a second place finish. I don't know if you remember last week, but I told you that Kentucky is by far my worst mile and a half track. So I think out of all the league races I've ever done, I don't think I've ever finished top 10 here, to be honest with you. So I got to give a big shout out to my teammate Ghost, kind of giving me a couple tips before the race, and he told me one thing that really kind of clicked with me, and I just tried to really focus on saving my stuff. Didn't hop on here till about 5 minutes before the race started, so um, literally no practice. Set a very mediocre qualifying lap down, and just wanted to ride and try to take care of my stuff, and definitely went way better than I thought. Definitely don't I don't think I would have had anything for Mitchell even if we had a caution. Um, I told him, I think it would have been fun to see, like, if we got a caution, like at the very end of the first stage, where we could have all, got new tires and reset. But
Mm-hmm.
he was lights out tonight. I don't think anyone could have touched him. So congrats to him. I think this is his first win in this league. So
Okay. Well, we watched you kind of battle your way up there, and uh, were you concerned at all when it was trying to figure out pit strategies and when it was staying green and you weren't getting a caution?
Not really concerned. I guess I was just trying to be smart and when I was gonna pick, because we only get two additional tire sets in this league. So
Mm-hmm.
this race is a little bit longer than kind of our standard ones. So normally we can kind of do like normally it's close, but normally you can save a little fuel and kind of do a one stop, and then you'll have an extra set waiting. But here it was required to do a two stop. So I ran a little bit long the first stint, and I noticed Jerry had kind of short pitted both times, and he kind of kept really leapfrogging out there. Um, so I was very impressed with how well he held up by short pitting. So I short pitted a little bit on that last stint. I think on lap 78, so it didn't quite go as long, and had about 32 laps or so to the finish. So yeah, just kind of trying to figure out when the best time to pit was, and obviously, you never want to get into a situation where you pit and then a caution comes out. So but yeah, I'm super ecstatic. I'm second place is a freaking win here for me for sure.
Well, and with that, is there anybody you'd like to thank for your second tonight?
Yeah, got to thank you, man. I appreciate you kind of picking up the gauntlet and broadcasting the series. Really thankful to be a part of ATC. Shout out to Saw and all our admin team. They've done a really good job of cleaning up this series. It's been a little rough at the beginning of the year, but the last couple races have been really good. So It's super late. I don't know if you're on the East or the West Coast or what, but almost 1 a.m. here on the East Coast. So it's fun to come out late and run with this group. So um, gotta shout out all my S&B Motorsports teammates. Thanks again to Ghost Man for giving me some tips to make me quicker tonight. Zachary Peterson, Thaddeus and Melissa ran with us tonight. He's not actually Melissa; it's his mom's name, but we call him Melissa, which is kind of funny because that's his profile. And then I got to give a special shout out to Matthew Williams. Unfortunately, he was away tonight. Got some sad news that his family dog's going to be have to get put down tomorrow. So
Mm,
he went to go spend some time with his family tonight and to spend some time with his dog. So
gotcha.
never an easy time losing a pet. So just want
Nope.
to say my thoughts and prayers are with him, and hope him and his family are doing well. And last but certainly not least, I got to thank Simvar Roofing and Solar. Anyone in the Virginia area, if you need a roof or you're interested in saving some money on those electric bills, shoot me a message. I'll walk you through how solar works and see if we can save you a lot of money.
All right. Well, there you go. Well, congratulations on your P2 tonight. 110 laps, 110 green laps, and you finished second out of 21. So, congratulations on that, and hopefully we'll see you up here again.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right. Have a good rest of your night.
Yes, sir. You as well.
All right, and that is going to leave. That is going to leave us with this man right here. The man with the method, able to control pretty much everything here. Ran away, had an 11-second gap at the end there. Mitchell Williams, do you have a copy?
Yes, I do.
Apologize for that. So
Oh, good.
you got out in front and you never looked back. And
Yeah.
just kind of took off and you started in 5th place tonight. I don't even know what else to say to that. I mean, you were out there in front. You have 11-second gap between you and 2nd place. Like it's just a great race for you.
Yeah, I finally got my first truck win in this week, and it felt really good. But once I saw Jordan overshoot his pit stall when I was in my pit stall, I felt like it really helped. And going green, of course. Josh and I were really fast always. And it was a ton of fun tonight.
Was there any point in did you have any like pit strategy that you were trying to go for, and did the green laps kind of change that up for you, or?
With our fuel tank was about 40 laps, but you could run a little bit longer, so I figured I'd do 40 and pit at 80 and then run 30 laps to the end. With the 2 tire sets, you get into pits. It's kind of hard to judge when to pit sometimes. I knew fresher tires would help with how much fall off there is at this track.
Well, I mean, like I say, you worked your way through, managed to get up there, and then once you got out front, you stayed out front there in the end. I'm not 100% sure how many laps you led, but
I don't know.
yeah.
It felt
Normally
like
I
a
have a
lot
thing
though.
that tells me, and I don't have that on this right now. So, but you led quite a few there, and nobody had anything to catch up with you there at the end. So I know some of these guys were probably hoping for a caution to kind of group everything back up again, but it didn't happen, and you maintained the front and took off and stayed there and got the win.
Yeah. I was worried about a caution because I knew at least somebody was going to be probably at least just as good in the short run and long run. Looking at lap times, I seemed a little bit quicker at times, so I felt good about the long run. Short run, I feel like we were about even.
I know when we were talking to Josh, he was saying, he goes, I was hoping for a caution, but he says, even if I had one, I don't know if I had enough to keep up with Mitchell. So, you ran a spectacular race, 1st place out of 21, 110 laps green. I don't even have words for it. So Is there anybody you'd like to thank for your first place tonight?
As always, Michael, Rick, TJ, and all of them, they couldn't make it tonight. And I hope they will be able to help me next week at Talladega. But it's always fun to race with these guys, even if I get in a wreck. Of course, TJ helping me get this new Mosa wheel set up a few weeks ago. Really helped me after I was having issues with my Thrustmaster.
Well, there you go. It's always nice to
And
get the steering wheel straightened out so that way you can get the true feel of the track and help stabilize your trucks a little bit better. And obviously it helped out with you tonight. So congratulations on your P1, and hopefully we can catch you again up here soon.
hopefully, and of course, that admins and everybody else that raced it helped make it race clean. There's a few times I thought a caution was going to come out in front of me, but we kept it straight.
Well, we got next week is Talladega. You got any thoughts on that race?
It's either I get wrecked or I run decently in the top 10. So I'm hoping to do a top 10 part.
Well, with that being said, I guess have congratulations on your P1 tonight, and hopefully we'll see you again up here soon.
Thank you, and thank you for doing the broadcast, as always.
You are welcome. So you, sir, have yourself a good night, and we will talk to you again soon.
Thank you, you too.
All right. Well, everybody, on behalf of At the Checkered iRacing League, this has been another ATC iRacing Live. We've been at Kentucky Speedway tonight. We'll see you next week over in Talladega. I am your host, Sir Brazen Bull. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have not already, make sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when we go live next time. And we will see you next week in Dega. Have a great night. And later on, everybody.